it fast, fast. Baby, be supersonic.
And as we feature top plays on 2K TV, we want to feature some of your best drives. So as you break down defenses, share your plays on social with the hashtag 2KTVWow. We're keeping an eye out for crafty shots and layups and flashy assists on the drive. Cross them up and we'll see you on the next edition of Expert Tips.
Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talent. The rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. The big men on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. And it's Ball in at the point. Washington finds Hayward. Shot clock at 5. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Hayward against MP. Basket counts.
I tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Good to see Hayward out there on the floor. For the past few years, this guy has dealt with a ton of injuries.
And it's a shame, BA, because when he's completely healthy, he's proven he's capable of making an all-star team. Consider this. In every season but his rookie year, he's been a double-digit scorer, and he always does it in very efficient fashion.
Now here's Hayward after Terry Rozier's miss. And Hayward gets it to go.
Oh, God, this guy has a ton of confidence in that jumper.
That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Rozier after the basket by Franz Wagner. Wagner against Hayward. The pass to Ball. The tray. Carter pulls it in. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Poke loose. Down low. And they pick up 2.
Wendell Carter Jr. going to the cup. Look out, folks. Here he comes.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hayward passes to Rozier. And here is Washington. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Ball against MP. Ball. And the shot goes in.
Wow, the agility to beat the contact. Such a clever move by LaMelo Ball.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now, here's Banchero. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Johnston passes to Banchero. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Charlotte leading by 5.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Substitution on the court.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Wagner finds MP. 11 feet away. And Rozier pulls it down. Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Heat in FTX Arena. We've got Banchero. Wendell Carter is up there with Franz Wagner. Then it's Markelle Fultz out there for Orlando. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Rozier against MP. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Now here's Fultz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Johnston. Over Rozier. Here's Carter. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Let's remember, Wendell Carter Jr. is a force on the offensive glass. Use that height. Use that athleticism, young sir.
Here's Rozier. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Rozier's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets. And Wendell Carter Jr., Greg, one of the better rebounders in the NBA.
And Kevin, his numbers kind of sneak up on you. I mean, great job of clearing the glass and getting the break started. Still underrated as a rebounder, but is making a name for himself. And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Greg, we know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you played?
That's a great question. And I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a two-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. They get it again.
And they continue to control the glass.
Oubre with it, and it's Carter picking him up. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Oubre. Back to Rozier. Here is Plumlee. To the inside. The fadeaway. Hayward can hit.
Not pretty.
MP against Hayward. He doesn't hit that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
The Magic trail by 13. MP deciding where to go with it. To the paint. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here.
So it's the Charlotte Hornets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the court for the Hornets, the big man on the floor, it's Washington and Plumlee. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward, and it's Ball in at the point guard position.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team, and I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
Now, here's Washington. No points in the game yet for him. A shot by Hayward, wide open. The three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And there's Banchero on the assist by MP. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. And Doris with a strong post presence. Could the Hornets have been
to any championship level defense? Most of the best defenses begin by taking away the painted area and easy shots and build outward, Kevin. So for me, it's more than just individual parts. You have to add in mentality and commitment and defensive principles that are built from the coach on through the personnel.
Oubre is checked in for Gordon Hayward.
Second team.
On the free throw, no good.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
Ball with the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's MP. Passes it to Banchero. Back to MP. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Ball. It's stolen by Fultz. MP left side. Poked away. Stolen by Ball. To the middle. Here's Rozier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Assist goes to
Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team.
Now here is Carter. Back to MP. 5 to shoot. Dishes at the Fultz. Some solid defense from Rozier.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And after winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball was even better on his sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game. Clearly a foul.
The Hornets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. Hornets leading by 22. And for LaMelo Ball's second year, Greg, where did you see him improve the most?
I think taking on more of a scoring load. Ball's points per game were significantly up, but LaMelo also improved his three-point and free throw shooting numbers. So rounding out that offensive game will be important.
MP is out there with Fultz. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Banchero in at center. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now the pass to Rozier. And here's Martin. Hayward up top for the 3. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wagner kicks to MP. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
Oh, that's all too easy for Franz Wagner. You see the angle he takes inside. Defense is in poor position.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And they might be down big, but you'd love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Here's ball. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Back to ball. Unloads. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Now, this is just a big-time offensive performance from a young LaMelo Ball. He's already put the league on notice.
Fultz against Ball. Fultz the pass to Johnston. Over Rozier. And it's off the back rim. No good. Charlotte leading by 20. Outside Martin. Back to Rozier. Takes the three. It's good from long range.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And for Terry Rozier, all of his efficiency numbers are way up the last couple of years. Here's a guy who was just 37% from the field during his time in Boston.
And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Carter, that's good.
What a nice play. Off the catch and shoot, the big man, Wendell Carter Jr. is true.
And the numbers of Terry Rozier. As you mentioned, they're getting better bit by bit, Greg.
Scary Terry's three-point shooting is way up, and that helps big time with offensively becoming a much better decision maker.
Now, here's MP. Over in the corner, Fultz. And here's MP for three. Magic working now with the new shot clock. Second shot opportunity and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. LaMelo Ball picks one up. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Hornets?
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Ball against Fultz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. During last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
I spoke with Ashley, and she was clear about the ground rules for this interview.
Okay, great.
No. Frighteningly clear.
Yeah, she's just trying to protect me, man, that's all.
Right. Well, make sure to let her know that I was clear with you that this is an off-the-records interview.
Bro, it sounds like she put the fear in your heart a little bit.
Yeah, well, she knows a lot about my personal life. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right,
Anyway.
Interesting, but we can leave it at that.
Anyway, what I know so far is that Othello Akpem has been butting heads with people in the front office.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yep, 100% true.
Can you tell more about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. But I do have to ask you, I'm a little nervous right now. I don't usually do things like this, so just bear with me a little bit.
I promise to be a sympathetic yet journalistically impartial ear.
Great. I appreciate that. So as you know, it all starts on draft night, and most of the fans didn't want me there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they hired Freddie Novak to smooth things over with the fans on a PR perspective.
Interesting.
But it wasn't like a commercial, like cynical stuff like the media made it out to be.
What was it?
Okay, so they wanted to ease my transition to the starting lineup. So if the fans were all over me, any little mistake I made would be a huge deal in the press. You know what I'm saying? So the front office just wanted to take the pressure off of me. It was all about helping me reach my highest potential.
So this was a top-down initiative?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, I was also on board with it. Supporting the community has always been huge for me, so I was already planning to get to know the fans regardless.
I see. Now, you're right. But how did Othello Akpem then play into this?
He couldn't even get on board with it, man. The entire organization had approved of this plan, and not one person disagreed with it other than Othello.
And you know this for a fact?
Well, hey, John, you can do the digging around if you want, but he made it very clear that he didn't want me doing anything outside in this community. I mean, which is very wild because even if the whole drafting didn't happen, isn't it best practice to have a good relationship with the fans? I mean, John, it's mind-boggling.
Wow, okay, so why do you think he was so against you having these interactions with the fans?
Man, maybe he's old school and this is maybe too, like, touchy-feely. I don't know. But one thing I do know is it did not sit right with me that he couldn't just go along with the team and do what everyone thought was good, you know? Like, you don't always have to agree with people in this business, for sure. In fact, it's almost healthier if you don't all the time.
Right, yeah, different perspectives.
Exactly. But, once the decision is made, you got to get on board. And he just refused to do that.
YMP, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I thought you might like that, man.
Well, of course, I'll have to verify all this. I mean, I can't publish these claims based on one off-the-record interview.
No, listen, man, I expect nothing less of you, John. I understand.
Okay, well, is there anything else I should know?
Nah, that's pretty much it. You have any other questions?
No. I mean, look, I don't know what's your motivation behind doing this, nor did I ask, but I appreciate you coming to me with this story, MP.
I appreciate you, man. Taking the time as always.
Anytime you want to talk again about this, let me know. I'm always here.
For sure.